So this quarter is going to be the crucial one.
Yes, Stephen Silvani starting on the interchange bench for the second half with his right shoulder very heavily strapped. So obviously a bit of a concern for the Carlton camp. And of course, Philip Walsh, who was taken off the ground very early in the match and has taken no part in the first half with a recurrence of a shoulder injury. So quite trying conditions at Carrara with middle 20s temperature, high humidity. So fitness will certainly be a test for these two sides.
Okay, I was going to say the umpire's waiting for the timekeepers. I know he used the word unkeepers. That would have been a good one, Ian.
Well,
we'll find that in the football dictionary, would we?
Use that one certainly later on in the season.
Robert Walls checking the moves that Peter Knights may have made for half-time or for the third quarter.
Wonder whether he'd be satisfied with their first half, Carlton. 6 goals, 12, 2 weeks before the final start.
Well, I'd have to ask you the question. A coach is ever satisfied? Third quarter, 7 points the difference in favour of Carlton. But the Bears have the advantage of the breeze in this term. They'll need to make good use of it. Reynoldsson to Williams. A good start in that regard. Underneath it, Kennedy, strong mark. Taken in front of Bernie Harris. Not a long kick by Kennedy. Rather poor one. Jeff Rains at midfield. Now Rains can kick long. One of the best kicks in the side. Oh, great mark, Roger Merritt. Well, we predicted, or Don Scott did, Merritt might be used on the forward line. Strong mark. In front of Ken Hunter. So if Merritt can fire, the Bears in with a real chance. Certainly to stay with the reigning premiers. He'll be shooting from about 40 metres out. Pretty well directly in front. Looks good. It's a goal. And just what they needed, Ian, to start the third quarter.
Certainly was a good boost for their morale. It was probably flagging as a result of that second quarter effort, but Roger Merritt, that was a tremendous mark and a very, very good shot at goal. No nonsense stuff. 5 to 9 paces, having a real good run at it, kicking straight through, and a great start for the third quarter.
So Peter Knight would be happy with that. Temperature in the mid-20s, 1 point the difference now in favour of the Blues.
So good bounce. Madden gets the tap out. Bears get it away though through Simpson out wide. Nailey leads in the race, back onto the left foot. Nailey now kicks with the right, out wide. And a good mark taken over the top of Herman by his opposite number 25 in Campbell. Campbell plays on quickly, kicks it a little too wide maybe. And the ball bounces over the line for a boundary throw in. It's at half forward for the Brisbane Bears. It's probably too far out to score, but the wind is blowing from that side straight down towards the goal. So if you can get onto one of those big torpedoes, anything's a chance. Rhys Jones, Scott McIver close to the line. Rhys Jones does the shepherding. Alvin takes possession of the football, kicks it back towards the wing. Reynoldsson can't mark. Dorotich is there. Reynoldsson gathers, can't do much with it. Held when he didn't have it. Now advantage is paid. The Bears go up towards centre half forward, and Merritt takes another great mark over the top of Aitken.
Well, good move by Peter Knights, putting him into the forward pocket. 2 good grabs in the first minute or so of this quarter. In fact, it's more than good, isn't it, Ian? Spectacular, I think is the word. Roger Merritt, he's kicked one. A little bit further out this time. Probably about 10 or 12 metres further from the goal. 55 out. Oh, he's got the distance. It's a goal. Goals to the Bears through Roger Merritt have given them the advantage now in the third quarter. Taylor playing on Kernahan now, so he's got a big job. Meldrum in front of Hardie. Hardie wins out. Slick hand pass by to Bernie Harris, who shoots, is off target. One behind. So the Bears throwing down the challenge to Carlton, 8-6 to 6-12.
Yeah, they should have made more of that. Really, Bernie Harris probably didn't realise how clear he was. And Mick Kennedy now. Kicks the football back in up towards the 50-metre line. No mark taken. Nayley taps it out. Waterson on the bottom of the pack, and he's been rewarded for his efforts with a free kick. Showed a little bit of heart there, Waterson, and went in after it. Kicks it towards centre-half forward, looking for Merritt. The sun probably in his eyes then. Herman at the back. Takes possession, kicks it back into the centre. Rhys Jones, his first possession for the game. Handballs it back to Elvin. Elvin now kicks the Blues into attack up towards Dorotich and Gibson. Gibson falls over. Dorotich has got a bit of space. Runs up towards half forward. Hand pass to Kernahan. Taylor puts Dorotich down. Kernahan goes for goal and misses. So the Blues' first score in the third quarter is a behind. And they trail by 5 points. 6-13 plays 8-6.
Carlton have made a change of taking Aitken off Merritt, and Rhys Jones has that job now.
McCarthy's kick to centre-half back. Good mark to Taylor. Plays on quickly. Reynoldsson ducks back inboard. Richardson. The Bears might just mess this up. The bounce now. Does it favour Dixon? Yes. Handballs it again. I don't know why. McIver onto Simpson. Now they get a kick up towards full forward. And nearly a great mark taken there by Rhys Jones. Merritt's at the start of it again. Back to Harris. Harris's kick around the corner into the forward pocket. And Meldrum takes the mark, and it really was a clean mark.
I think he was a little bit unsure himself on that occasion, poor Meldrum.
Well, it's been paid. He gets the hand pass off. Glascott. Short kick into the opposite back pocket's been taken by Bradley. Bradley with a lot of perspiration, but he gets his kick away to Blackwell. Blackwell's kick up towards the wing. Nayley tries to duck back. Simpson gets his kick away. It's a scrambly one. In towards half forward. Elvin's there with McIver. The umpire's not far away, and he's allowed all that to go on when perhaps the Bears supporters saw a free kick to McIver. So umpire Child, quite inexperienced. Good bounce of the ball. Madden goes backwards towards Gleeson, but Simpson intercepts and will have another bounce. Between wing and centre half forward favouring the Bears. Kicking with the aid of a fairly strong breeze in this third term. They'll need to be 4 or 5 in front of three-quarter time. Elvin brings Simpson down. Rains is in the clear. Meldrum reads it well. Can't get clear though. He's penalised. Of course you are, Paul Meldrum. And the free kick will go to Scott McIver.
McIver usually a good long kick. He centred the ball on his own Brad Hardie, who seems to have a knack for doing that.
There was bad checking there by Carlton. Aitken, who was supposed to be picking up Hardie on that occasion because Meldrum was standing the mark, and Aitken was just yards away.
Now Brad Hardie, who as we've mentioned likes a shot at goal, and he should have one here because he's directly in front. 45 metres out with the breeze. Hit the post. So a couple of misses may prove costly. First of all by Bernie Harris a few minutes back, and that one by Hardie. The Bears lead 8-7 to 6-13. Kennedy this time does the kicking in. Favours the grandstand side. Aitken the target, knocked away by Reynoldson. At the base of the pack, Bradley. Waterson gets put out of business by a good hip and shoulder from Johnston. Taylor! Tell me if I'm wrong, Don, but isn't he doing a good job on Kernahan?
Well, he has since he's been moved there, and Carlton about to make a move. Silvani with the sore shoulder, strep shoulder coming on.
And Madden and Reynoldson deciding to go on with it. Now, is that a 50-metre penalty?
Dustin Madden wasn't doing anything, and I think Steve Reynoldson was the aggressor there.
Well, that's the case. He could have reversed it.
They're on the dancing.
Reynoldson from right half-back flank. Big pack of players on the members stand flank. Finally booted away by Waterson with a spiral punt. Oh, Hardie, a juggle. Great mark. The game comes alive in the third quarter. Aitken coming off and will be replaced by Silvani. You wouldn't have to be a Rhodes Scholar to work out where he's going to go, would you? Hardie kicking from round about 50.
So Hardie shoots for goal. He hooks it across the face, and it's through for another behind. Goals are very, very crucial. Kicking to the end to which the Bears are kicking in this third term, because the Blues will come home with a pretty strong breeze at their back in the last quarter. Kennedy again. comes to the members' side. He's kicking it out towards the 50-metre line with every kick out. Bradley takes the tap on from Madden towards the centre. Chance for Silvani. In the play quickly, Stephen Silvani. Handball off to Kernahan. Out wide, the running player, Glascott. Short pass is effective because Satori is miles out in front of McCarthy. Another short pass is on. Glascott's run on and given himself a chance to kick the distance, but maybe the angle not all that brilliant.
Well, when Stephen Silvani ran on, he was instrumental in that play. He doesn't inspire confidence. He is really dragging that right hand, and he's not 100% fit.
Glascott, only 30 metres, 25 metres out, probably. Good concentration, and a good kick by David Glascott.
And that goal by David Glascott bringing Carlton now to within 1 point. And the Blues kicking against this breeze. 1 goal was all the Bears got with it in the second term. Knocked away by Madden. The recipient is Rains. McIver to Richardson. Will it sit for him? It doesn't. He has to double back on himself. He's got Simpson out there in front of Gleeson. Simpson on the boundary line, long to pull forward. Lester Smith, a great mark. So Mr. Smith right on the angle.
It's the second time it's been set up for Lester Smith like that, running in with the flight of the ball or running against the flight. A great mark.
Just runs around a little, give him some room, and has kicked a goal.
Well, if my memory serves me correctly, Lester Smith did something earlier like that, opening up the face of goal. Just as he's about to kick, he deviates off the straight line.
His third for the afternoon.
When he deviated earlier, it was in the first quarter. And that's a good goal from Rod Lester Smith. The backman come forward and showing his versatility, playing at a very hard position, the centre half forward position.
Rod Lester Smith bringing up his third goal. John Scott, you used the word backman come forward. I sort of get the impression just watching him from our point of view that he looks better on the forward line than in defence. Taylor will get a free kick for in the back. Johnson and Williams decide to go on with it. Taylor is down. Can understand why the Bears players decided to remonstrate as they did. Taylor goes out towards the edge of the square. Alvin, the high flyer from the back. Waterson got one in the back, not seen by the umpire. Tries to shovel the ball out. And umpire Child will bounce it on centre wing.
I wonder what effect this humidity would be having on these Carlton players, because they certainly wouldn't be used to it.
Madden loses that one out to Reynoldsson. Lester Smith showing his versatility again, but in front this time is Meldrum getting the better of Brad HARDIE.
You think the Bears players would be used to it, Don?
Oh, they would be, Ian, because as we know, it's fairly humid up here.
Johnston.
That was a clean mark.
I would have thought so.
What's wrong with the umpire?
Chest mark. Is the mark on? No?
Well, make a comment.
Commit yourself.
That wasn't a mark.
Sorry, Todd. Socket away by Silvani. Lester Smith, will he get there first? Good pressuring from the young Carlton player to get it to Meldrum. Glascott. Game hot, certainly heating up a bit. Madden, Simpson. It's a real grubber inside 50. Alvin and Harvey gets around Meldrum. Oh, shocking. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Carlton in the left back pocket.
Hasn't been a good day for Brad HARDIE as far as the goals go. He's kicked 2 goals, 2 points, and had 2 misses.
Ken Hunter. Madden has to beat 2 of them. Blackwell the rebound. Oh, Rains was hanging on to his opponent, Johnston. And Johnston will take the free kick at the left half-back flank. Former captain into midfield. Silvani doesn't miss those. That could be against Taylor. No, not 50 metres. Silvani decides to play on.
Does it well too, Stephen Silvani. Plays on, looking for Kernahan. The ball might sit. No, Gibson does it well. Handballs it wide. Silvani coming up again. Long handball. The ball at half forward for Carlton. Bradley gets past Taylor. Round onto the left foot. Bradley, short pass is a beauty. Oh, bounces off the chest of Dorotich. Off it goes to Herman. Herman's snapshot for goal is not bad. It's home.
And the difference is 1 point in favour of the Brisbane Bears. Carlton doing well against the wind. Glascott dispossessed quickly. Waterson, short kick out of the pack towards half forward. Rhys Jones spills it. Merritt. Oh, some solid work by Scott McIver. Rhys Jones evens up. Merritt over the top to the 50-metre mark. Harris to Gibson to Simpson. And one behind only. So 2 points the Bears lead by in the third quarter with under 12 minutes remaining. One would venture to suggest it would need to be a bigger lead than that to contain Carlton in the final term. Meldrum. Not a long kick. Lord Lester Smith was the flyer. Reynoldsson has the mark.
Interfered with Madden. Jumped too early.
Madden really does use the full extent of the ground. It went out wide. Oh, down goes Simpson. He copped a ripper from Gleeson and not seen by the umpire.
And if that's conduct unbecoming to a league footballer.
Well, maybe it was on tape, then, if that's what you're suggesting. The crowd saw it, the umpires didn't. I'm not going to comment.
Reynoldsson off and Micken on.
Madden has kicked it out of bounds. Free kick will go to Simpson, who decides to centre it. Fraser Murphy, courage. McIver, Rhys Jones. A bad hand pass, but a beautiful interception from Jeff Rains and a high kick.
Rains' kick might bounce through. It has. Magnificent shot by Rains.
And good shepherding there, all giddy hold at Rod Lester Smith, Stephen Silvani on that occasion. A great long kick there by Rains. And we might just catch this one on replay because it's interesting to reflect. It's well cut off by Rains, a big bomb from 70 metres out. It bounces just as it goes through. But I suppose both players at fault on that occasion, Lester Smith and Silvani. But good play by Lester Smith to retard Silvani.
They couldn't quite work out why Rhys Jones didn't go right on with it and take the ball away from half back. But anyway, scores on the board. Waterson, good interception. Johnston, equally as good. Up towards half forward with the right foot. Nailey can't mark. Takes the ball away, though. Good play now by Nailey. Can do something with this. It goes over the top. Glascott, here's a goal coming up. If Gleeson can kick straight, he can. He's put it through. It'll be all clear. Goal umpire goes back, and it's on the board.
Carlton now within 2 points of the Bears. They go forward again. Kernahan, Gleeson. Didn't cop one this time. Didn't kick the goal either. McCarthy. Not a well-directed kick. Great mark, Wayne Blackwell. Gleeson lifting his game. Been fairly quiet in the last quarter and a bit. And so too Johnston has lifted in the third quarter.
Difficult kick from this angle because the breeze blowing left to right.
Couldn't get the distance.
Kick number 13 for Wayne Johnston. And chipping in beautifully is Mark Williams in front of Steve Kernahan. Williams at the right back pocket for the Bears. Also coming in for his 12th kick. Murphy, Richardson, Lester Smith was there, Silvani, Gleeson again. That's 4 possessions in about 2 minutes over the head of Herman. Should be able to gather it quickly. Oh, beautifully done from Banfield. A fumble ultimately, but he will get clear. Well applauded by the crowd here. Alvin, great mark. This match certainly picking up in the third term. Alvin will go out wide. Rhys Jones always seems to have plenty of time to do what he does, and what he does is usually good. Madden kept it blocked by Waterson. Rains gets tackled from behind by Johnston. Blackwell gets sat on by Lester Smith. The umpire says nothing for that. I'm sure Wayne Blackwell wouldn't agree. Heat taking its toll.
This must be very difficult down there at ground level, I would think.
Only 8 minutes remaining in the quarter. The Bears lead at the moment, not good enough. Johnston again. Taylor. Great battle between he and Kernahan. He hasn't played on yet because he hasn't got over the mark. Taylor from half-back. Yes, a strong mark taken by Scott McIver.
McIver gets the hand pass off to Banfield. Banfield's quick kick into the forward line. Rhys Jones and Merritt diving on it. Flipped out by Harris. Oh, a little bit of good fortune for Campbell. Campbell goes with a long kick into the forward pocket. No mark taken. Hunter falls over. HARDIE gets around somehow. Short pass is great. And Merritt takes the mark in the goal square. And if anyone says Brad HARDIE is selfish, just watch the last few seconds of that football.
What are you looking at me for? That's a great pass.
If the cap fits. Well, I think he was very unselfish there, and Merritt right in front. Bangs it through. So Merritt. 8 points the Bears lead by. They get it out of the centre again through Simpson. Up towards half forward. The bounce favours HARDIE. Merritt tackled over the shoulder. Too high, says to the umpire. And Merritt will have another shot for goal.
He could make it 4 goals for the quarter.
Tremendous player is Roger Merritt when he's really firing.
And again, set up by Brad HARDIE, the mere fact that he was there contesting. And Mick Kennedy, just a little well, he's not the most discreet tackler.
Probably went at it a little bit too fiercely. Well, Merritt's got the ball. He'd have to kick from about 50 metres. Just outside. Drop punch, not bad. It's offline, though. Got the distance and through for another behind of the Bears. So Roger Merritt, his first blemish at shooting for goal. 3 goals, 1. And the Bears lead by 9 points. Kennedy. Good kick. Micken comes to the back. Blackwell's quick kick in towards the centre. Bounce is unfavourable for the Bears. Sartori there, so is Johnston. McCarthy there for the Bears with Campbell as the young fans dressed in short sleeves. Have a look at the sunshine here at Carrara. Magnificent day. In the last 15 or 20 minutes of this match will certainly test the fitness of both sides. Madden and Micken jostling for position. Bounce favours Madden. He gets the tap out. It goes to Waterson. He can't break clear. Now it comes to the back. Chance for Harris. Quick kick up towards half forward. Goes through all players. McIver gets it out. Here's a chance now for Lester Smith. He bangs it away and puts it through.
4 goals to Rod Lester Smith.
And if I was in the Carlton coaching box, I think I would look at getting John Dorotich up on the back line just as a loose man. They could still play Kernahan and Sartori down there, leave Fraser Murphy to rove the packs, but just try and block the play up and get the other fellows further up the ground, because they've only got, as I mentioned, 5 minutes to play, and they should try and retain the Bears at this stage.
Lovely balk by Lester Smith to give himself some time and room to shoot at goal, his 4th. And Roger Merritt has 3. 3 goals, 1. And all kick this quarter. Under 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd term. Knocked down by Micken. Ball socket off the ground, past Jeff Rains. Will he get there first? No. Sartori lays it off to Johnston, still inside the square. Kernahan, strong attempt. Richardson's kick. Herman, Gleeson, tackle too high. Still shoots. Williams. Simpson in the back pocket. Good shepherd from Richardson. McCarthy, right half-back flank. Pressured well, still got his kick in. And boots it up towards the centre wing position. Throw in adjacent to the interchange area. Been a good term of football for the Bears. Carlton have also scored against the wind. Some fine contests. Madden and Micken. It's a wrestle between the two of them. Gleeson. Bradley on the run inside the square now. Straight down the ground. Kernahan in front.
That was strength, wasn't it?
He had to get one eventually.
Yep.
I mean, Taylor's beaten him about 4 times.
You can see there Kernahan throwing the elbow back into the chest, and just at that crucial moment, upsetting Taylor.
Steve Kernahan's kick 2. He doesn't usually miss from this close in. The only thing against him is the breeze. Straight through the centre.
Taylor remonstrating with the umpire, sticking his hand up. I touched the ball on the mark. It was a low kick, but the umpire had no part of it. And Stephen Kernahan again has kicked the 10th goal for Carlton, and they're still within striking range. Carlton only 9 points of difference.
And importantly for Carlton too, Don, they've kicked 4 goals against the breeze. That's a pretty good effort this quarter. The Bears with it have kicked 6. But I think it's pretty well unanimously agreed here that their lead at the moment is not enough.
Then again, these conditions might take a toll on Carlton in the last quarter, Peter.
Could do. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd term. That was Kernahan's 3rd goal. Madden out of the centre. Dixon loses it. Ball booted away by Blackwell. Campbell, McCarthy. McCarthy from the edge of the square goes to right half forward. Alvin almost hung on to. Backup support from Meldrum. That'll be a push in the back though. McIver thought about going to the hand pass, but of course has to kick it. Fidge in front of Hunter.
Good lead and good pass. Excellent football by the Bears. And Fidge wouldn't have too many problems with the distance. He's kicked 1 goal already. He certainly does a lot of hard work up on the forward line for the Bears. Punts for goal. The wind is bringing it back. Yes, it's home.
Well, John Fitch finally got his right kicking boot on. He's kicked 4 points today, 2 goals, 4. Well, that was a good kick because it was going. It looked as if it was going through the point post, but at the last minute, the wind got it. We watch here on replay, going to left and then just swinging back at the last moment. And Brisbane reply, 15 points of difference.
Well, if they could kick another 2 goals, we've got maybe not enough time for that, but 1 would certainly be a bonus. 2 would be tremendous for them. 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Carlton, Johnston held when he didn't have it. Made it look even more obvious, and the free kick picked up by umpire Childs. It'll go back into the centre to the ex-Carlton captain, triple premiership player. Up towards the half forward, and the great mark taken by Kernahan.
Taylor let him have one on the way down. He's reversed it.
Yes, well, that's a good decision, the umpire.
Well, why didn't he report him if he said he kicked him?
Taylor
Rubbish.
was in trouble then, and Kernahan replied.
Kick away by Taylor to half forward. The Bears are on the run. Lester Smith at centre half forward. Goes out in front of Fidge. Fidge can't mark. Taps it away towards HARDIE. HARDIE in the forward pocket. Closely attended. He's pushed off the ball. Meldrum comes in. He's got a player in support. Herman up towards the wing. Out in front of Bradley. Dixon falls over. Bradley the tackler. Dixon flips it back. Glasgott's there. No talking. Tidied up by Williams. Williams kicked towards centre half forward. And the mark's been taken there by Silvani. If it's not a mark, it's a free kick.
Minute to go in the quarter.
Courage by Stephen Silvani, carrying a shoulder injury. Legacy of one of those very, very difficult clashes he gets himself into. Merritt holds Kennedy when he didn't have the football, and Kennedy takes the free kick. Under a minute left in this 3rd quarter. And the Bears leading by 15 points. 88 plays 73. Kennedy's kick towards the wing. Satori takes the mark. Too far out. Probably 3 kicks for a score to the Blues. Satori's kicked out. Up towards half forward. No mark taken. Madden. Richardson for the Bears. Just kicks it up in the air. Fraser Murphy can't mark. It's in the centre. Rain struggles. Murphy. Desperate struggle for possession. Johnston's got it. He gets it off to Gleeson. Gleeson. He's kicked towards half forward. No, it's out wide to the wing. Blackwell. Back to Alvin. A mark here. Dorotich. Too far out. Plays on. looking to hand pass. And there's the siren to end the third quarter. So at three-quarter time, the Bears lead 13-10-88 and Carlton are 10-13-73.